It's September 3rd, 1998. I have a PS1 and Hideo Kojima has released Metal Gear Solid, one of the most legendary games and franchises of all times, which took the world by storm, especially with Final Fantasy VII and Ocarina of Time being around. Metal Gear was definitely among some elite company. In the game, Foxhound has seized a remote island in Alaska codenamed Shadow Moses, the site of a nuclear weapons disposal facility. Foxhounds threatened to use nuclear-capable mecha, aka Metal Gear Rex, against the US government if they do not receive the remains of Big Boss. And the ransom is $1 billion within 24 hours. We follow Solid Snake and he is forced out of retirement by Colonel Roy Campbell to infiltrate the island and neutralize the threat. We follow Snake as he investigates Shadow Moses with captivating and fleshed out characters such as Liquid Snake, Grey Fox, Otacon, Psycho Mantis and Meryl, whom actually make you feel like you're on the battlefield with Snake. Tactically, quietly taking out enemies in this 2-disc legendary stealth game, selling over 12 million copies. With an intense, immersive amount of cutscenes and elite voice acting and cinematography that rivals even the biggest and best movies at the time, on this small PlayStation 1. Okay, I lied. In 1998, I was probably about 4 or 5, but I remember my cousin Joshua playing it. But now I am 26, and over the years I have played through all the Metal Gear Solids 1 through 3 and recommend playing them all. Trust me, get the tissues out, and I mean tissues for the tears and tissues for something else. Among all those Metal Gear Solids, Metal Gear Solid 3 definitely is my favorite, and I think is one of the best created games of all time, but it's marginal between all of them. 6 years later, in 2004, we get a remake redesign of somewhat on the GameCube from Silicon Knights, with graphical updates and over dramatic cutscenes with a modern engine, and if you had a PS2 or a PS1, you couldn't get your hands on it. Only if you had a GameCube. You didn't get to experience Metal Gear for another generation. Metal Gear Twin Snakes featured graphical improvements over the original new cutscenes, written and directed by Ryo Kitamura. And the gameplay functions were the game revisited and retranslated and re-recorded amongst the original cast. The game was met with positive reception, and the gameplay of Twin Snakes was altered to resemble Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, but we'll talk about that at another time. Whilst the game kept all of the original areas and all the enemies were kept in their original place, the combat system was a bit different. Such like abilities to shoot in first person and enemies' AIs was definitely improved, giving soldiers the ability to communicate with each other and detect the player more intelligently with the sense of sight and new sounds added to the game. This game was slightly different to the original, with music being a bit different. In the present day, we are now entering the PS5 era, 4 generations on, and we've heard nothing about Metal Gear Solid until now. We are hearing small reports that are coming out that a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1 could be on the horizon. Red Tech Gaming, whom apparently have sources from Outer Haven, are also claiming that we can get Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3 in HD remix, which is extremely good news. Otacon. This could be correlating to earlier reports this year that Sony have inquired or tried to buy some of Konami's IPs such as Silent Hill, Metal Gear franchise and Castlevania, because they know it's a good plan in action. And Konami are sitting on their thumbs, more concerned about arcades, slot machines and mobile games and in-game currency. Metal Gear Survive. But if you're as excited as me and want to CQC your way through life, do me a free favor and hit that subscribe button and show me your excitement in the comments and let me know how you feel. It's been a pleasure. Rattlesnake, sorry I kept you waiting.